he's a really genuinely good person, and my dad too. Like, their hearts are really good, but they just have a lot of pain. And it's funny because in younger years, I would try to approach it directly and like speak with them directly and like, how about you try this to fix this? And all that did was make them feel like they were broken. It's like, let me help you fix yourself. But that implies that, again, that they're broken. And they never took to it because of that. It was always kind of like, it made them more tight and more like, just, it made them tighten up further. And so as I've done my own work, and the deeper I go in my own practice and the more I heal myself, the more they seem to sort of open their mind to the possibility that they'll heal. And it's so amazing that in the past year or 2 years or so, my brother has opened up to like the possibility of meditation and doing some of the other healing work that I do. And my dad has had this, well, he started anyway to resolve some of this stuff. He's had severe heart issues, which is just, it's a lot of emotional holding. And he started to actually process it. Like, wow, I didn't do that. I didn't do anything. I just did my own thing and healed myself. And in turn, it ended up sort of trickling out and touching them, and they began to heal too. And so as we heal, the world heals. And it's continued to blow me away how the further I go, the more it kind of reaches out and touches my family. And my mom's gone through this. She's not in the same boat, you know, she's super happy all the time, really strong, well put together, just well developed. And she's had her own sort of like spiritual awakening at 62. And I didn't do that. I didn't talk to her about it, but she's reading the Surrender Experiment suddenly and meditating, and I'm like, wow, she's like listening to the Science of Enlightenment, and this is so cool. It's so cool. But I didn't do it. It's really law of reverse effort style, where the less I try to fix them and the more I just accept them as they are, the more they feel loved. And ultimately, the only thing that heals anything is love. So the answer is really simple. You just love them as they are, and they begin to heal. And that opens up space for them to start to address things, but they address it on their own terms, not because we are kind of, it's almost like a well-intentioned form of bullying in a way, like what I was doing before, like, oh, you should fix this. Like, heart's in the right place, execution, not so much. So that's the advice I would give. The more you accept them as they are, the more they will heal naturally. The thing to really like deeply understand about this, and I've beaten my head against the wall for a lot of my life trying to help people in the ways that I think they need to be helped. And the truth is, I don't know how they need to be helped. Like, we just don't know what the best thing is for another person. And if they're taking one route, you know, who are we to question it? Because it's not our life. And also, in the process of trying to save people from their mistakes, we rob them of the chance to learn from those mistakes. And mistakes are really good teachers. So it's almost like someone's taking the path not here, so to speak, and you instantly redirect them, and they never find the path not here. Well, that was really valuable information they needed. So I fall more into the camp of allowing everybody to take their own path, and like I can kind of provide feedback wherever I can, and frameworks and maps and clues as well as I can, but I'll never say, this is the thing, this is the way you should go. Like, you should be an architect, and you should be a MMA fighter, and you should be a basketball player. I'll never do that. And every higher level teacher I've worked with is very, very careful. It's amazing to me. And it used to really frustrate me in my younger years, where I was like, just tell me what to do. And they would never do it. They would never do it. And my core teacher I work with most often, he's the most amazing at this, because he'll be like, I'm just not going to tell you what to do. Just straight up. Like, here's a way you could think about it, but like, yeah. And not because he doesn't maybe know, he probably does in a lot of cases, but he knows that ultimately if he tells me, he'll be taking more away from me than he's giving.